Stop staying unhealthy to stay thick. I just want to hear y'all's immediate reaction to that. Stop staying unhealthy so you can stay thick. Okay? Because this was a topic of conversation in my group call with my private clients today. And it's so nice that we can... Does a stagnant lymphatic system cause cellulite? Yes, it does. Great question. Very on-brand question for this. Yay, because after I saw your interview with Raw Rich Girl, I went looking for YouTube videos of yours. It's coming. It's coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's coming. Yes, stagnant lymphatic system causes cellulite. But you're funny. A message. Absolutely a message. Stop staying unhealthy to stay thick. Okay? This was a topic in a conversation of my private client group call today. And I forced myself to eat BS to keep my weight up. Guys, this is a topic, okay? So let's start. The body puts on weight in an unhealthy environment when we are eating trash. The reason why this is because garbage food ends up getting spit into the lymphatic system, okay? When garbage food, trash food is spit into the lymphatic system becomes more and more acidic. It starts to accumulate with waste. And when we have an accumulation of waste in the lymphatic system in particular, our body is going to funnel this waste into our fat cells, increasing in size. So when we are thick, right, especially females, we get thick in our butt and our thighs, right? We have lymphatic waste that is increasing the size of our fat cells and being funneled into our fat cells in these particular areas where we're gaining weight, okay? Now, I used to be somebody who put on weight to stay thick, okay? I went through a period in college where I was a little thicky, you know what I'm saying? And the only way that I got like that was excess protein powders, chicken at lunch and dinner, and then breakfast was a 3-egg omelet. Let me tell you exactly what I ate to maintain weight. Back then, before detox, before healing my body, before cleaning myself out, this lifestyle is what contributed to triggering an autoimmune condition that ended up me on this path, right? So in order to maintain weight, most people will eat garbage. And the reason for that is because the body easily puts on weight by increasing size of your fat cells, funneling lymphatic waste into those cells in order to increase size of your fat cells, okay? Hopefully me repeating these over and over and over again starts to help solidify that, okay? Is L-glutamine good for the body? I have neuropathy, bad from chemotherapy. I also had chemotherapy, my friend. That is my journey. I did not need L-glutamine one time. I also had some degree of neuropathy. My hands were trembling. My nervous system was super, super shot. I get like, even now, I get kind of random numbness at the end of my fingers, randomly, right? But it's because chemo is the hardest thing to get out of your body. So no, you don't need L-glutamine. I do it 100% natural. Herbs and food. I do everything 100% natural. I don't use anything else other than herbs and food. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a lot of healing after chemo. Yeah, a lot of healing after chemo, but it's so possible. And part of my journey is absolutely being a face of like crazy Western med intervention, because I don't know many detox people who have gone through Western med chemotherapy, hardest drug you could possibly put in your body ever, and be healing from it 100% natural, right? I'm fighting nature with man-made. I am fighting nature with man-made right now, okay? So people usually put on weight people usually eat garbage food in order to stay thick. They want to maintain their weight. And it looks like eggs and oatmeals and bread and rice, even quinoas and chicken and meats and oils and fat, and all these foods, you'll notice, keep you thick. They absolutely do keep you thick. However, they keep you unhealthy. That's me, exclamation point. Ariel, I saw you in the Instagram and now you're on the TikTok. Honestly, stay on the TikTok. Truthfully, y'all, if y'all want to do me a favor right now, come off, well, not all of you. Come off the Instagram live and come onto the TikTok live to help the TikTok numbers. If you want to do me that favor, I appreciate you. Cause now I gotta have the both happening. So if you want to do me that favor, feel free to. I appreciate you. Ariel, thank you. Oh my gosh, you already know, my friend. Thank y'all. Okay, cool. So live on Instagram and TikTok right now, okay? If you don't have a TikTok, that's fine. I'm staying on Instagram. If you don't have a TikTok, that's good. It's actually good that you don't have a TikTok, you know? Are you in Boston? I was in Boston. I'm in Florida again. Ever since I went vegan, it's been difficult to gain muscle. I don't eat any soy products or the mock meats. Any advice? Yes, absolutely. Yelly. All right. Thank you guys for moving over to TikTok if you have it. I appreciate you. Okay. Honestly, I like the camera. I like the camera on the Instagram a little bit better, but that's fine. All right. So, people usually eat garbage food to maintain thickness, to maintain weight. And people are actively deterred from detoxing because they know that weight loss is a side effect. They know that they will lose weight when healing the body and changing their diet, which is crazy to think that you will stay in a cycle of chronic symptoms and you will stay in a cycle ignoring the messages that your body is telling you to stay thick. We all love a fat butt. We know. We all love some thighs. We know this. Men and women love that across the board. Okay? It looks nice. It feels nice, right? We know. However, when you are sacrificing your health and longevity and vibrancy and autonomy in your body and the ability to be your own doctor, when you are sacrificing that for aesthetic, we need to reevaluate. I'm a chronic snacker. I'm trying so hard to develop the will to adopt a healthier lifestyle. What's your purpose? Honestly, y'all, let's get a little deep right now. If you guys have maybe let's take 10 seconds. If you guys can put in the chat, I'm going to pose a question to you. What is your number one reason that you should be getting healthier right now? What is the number one reason why you should be getting healthier right now? Let's take 10 seconds. Let's meditate on that really quick. Please put it in the chat. Please take time to type it out. Like, we're all in this together. We want a good environment. We want a good community. We want good energy. So it's really nice to get a little vulnerable sometimes, you know? For mental clarity and energy. My purpose is to overcome inflammation from Sjogren's syndrome. Okay, specific diagnosis. To raise your frequency. Absolutely. Longevity, mobility, to feel vibrant, to feel better, for a healthy body. But why do we want a healthy body? Why do we want a healthy body? Why do we want longevity? Why do we want vibrancy? Guys, let's make it hit home a level deeper, because that's how we start to program the subconscious mind. When you're just like, I want longevity. The body and the mind don't really know what that means. I want vibrancy. The body and the mind don't really know what that means. Why do you want longevity? Why do you want vibrancy? Why? Keep asking yourself. Longevity, I'm 52 years old and still do bodybuilder workout. Plan to be doing it when I'm 75. Boom. There you go. Numerical values are in there. Currently 52, wants to be bodybuilding and at the fitness level, the same fitness level when they reach 75. Now that's programmed into your cells. Now that's in your brain. Now that's in your mind. Now that's in your frequency, your sphere, right? I started this journey to take control of my own health. No more dependency. Oof, dependency is crazy. Because we are dependent. We are absolutely dependent. Less friction in the body to feel good and stay free from disease. Amazing. Amazing. Get rid of my eczema and blackheads and cancel out the risk of getting really sick. Yep, anything popping out on the skin, I'd say blackheads may be more of like surface level bacteria. I'm not an esthetician, but eczema is definitely lymphatic waste from the inside. Absolutely. So I have the energy to serve others in my life. Ooh, what a purpose, to be of service to others. You need energy and vibrancy and autonomy to be able to serve other people. Health and looks, a long, long time to enjoy life. Don't want to be normal and unhealthy. It's crazy how normal and unhealthy is said in the same sentence there. Isn't that insane? Normal and unhealthy is put in the same sentence now because it's normal to be unhealthy. Does baking soda in water detox my body? No. Good question, but no. That's one of those trends. That's one of those trend thing that's out there. Remember liquid chlorophyll, that was a trend. Baking soda is a trend. Everything's a trend. No. Wow. Overcome pain from rheumatoid arthritis and high blood sugar because I'm 66. My daughter's only 19. My parents are 91. And they need me. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Should I stop taking it? Someone said that about baking soda and water over on TikTok just now. You don't need to be taking it. You don't need to be taking it at all. All right. So, if you are prioritizing aesthetic, if you are prioritizing your desire to be thick, if you are prioritizing butt and thighs, right? Even guys though, if you guys are prioritizing excess protein powders and crazy amounts of protein to be building and building, right? You're building your muscles up. You're building all these things up in an acidic environment. And females too, even if we're on the other side of the spectrum, sure, we can have butt and thighs built off of not working out and just being thick and eating garbage food. And then we can have butt and thighs built from working out, maybe eating a little bit healthier, but still requiring crazy amounts of protein powders and tofus and lentils and all these things because there's still that protein mindset. There's still this protein mindset. In all of my peers, my teachers and mentors' time working in this space, no one has ever seen a protein deficiency, ever. Ever has anyone seen a protein deficiency, okay? So just sit with that. Do not be scared of a protein deficiency. And all that's happening, even if you're on the spectrum of aesthetic, workout, let me build my body that way. Or if you're like, I know that I eat garbage food because I want to stay thick. Whatever side of the spectrum you're on, you are building your body up in an acidic environment. The amount of people that I've seen working out and eat remotely healthy, right? Kind of healthy, have never detoxed their body because they don't want to break down anything in the body that's acidic. Because what happens? The reason why people lose weight on a detox when they've never detoxed before, the reason why people lose weight on a detox when they have never detoxed before is because the body breaks down acidic tissue. The body breaks down what it does not want. When you have built your body up from years and years and years of acidic foods and excess proteins, when you've built your body that way and you start to detox and it naturally starts to break down those tissues, that's why you lose weight. I don't lose weight when I detox anymore. I maintain a smooth 135. Smooth 135. And it's dependent on the volume of food that I eat now. My gut absorbs, right? My gut actually absorbs. I don't lose weight anymore. Maybe fluctuate 1 or 2 pounds. That's it. But when I first did my detox, I'm 5'9". This is to give you guys some context. I'm 5'9". I was 145. That's when I was thick, okay? 145. When I did my first detox, I dropped to 130, maybe 130. No, 130, maybe even a 128. And I was skinny, right? I had to get over it mentally. I had to. I definitely had to be uncomfortable with what I looked like, which is fine. But the fact that I plump back up again, right? And I'm not even thick, right? I plump back up again. I have to break this, like, the mental chain of like aesthetic. Okay? You need to break that when you're actively healing the body. You absolutely need to break that when you're healing the body. Because if we start to get like so caught up on what we physically look like during a healing process, you are setting yourself up for failure. If you care about what you look like while you are detoxing, you are setting yourself up for failure. Everybody will make comments. Is this safe? You're losing a lot of weight. Is this safe? You dropped weight really quickly. Is this safe? Is this safe? Is this safe? And all you're doing is eating plants and herbs. And they're saying, is this safe? Right? But when you start to lose weight from a disease, say you start to lose weight as a side effect from chemotherapy, which happened to me. Say you start to lose weight from side effects of chemotherapy or another Western med drug. They're going to say, take some boost. Take some boost. Take some boost. Drink some boost. Y'all naturally skinny people out there, you know the statements, take some boost, drink some Orgain, drink some muscle milk. I know y'all know, because I'm in that category. I know y'all know the drink some boost. We've gotten that from doctors. We've gotten that from parents. We've gotten that from family members. Go drink some boost. Ensure. Right, the Ensure. Oh my goodness. They told me that, but it has sugar in it, right? Boost is garbage. Ensure is garbage. Of course there's sugar in it. There's sugar in it. There's chemicals in it. There's excess protein in it. Everything in Boost, the reason why Boost and Ensure make you put on weight is because all of it is synthetic, toxic chemicals and excess sugar and protein, which gets spit into the lymphatic system, and then you put on fat from that because all that waste is trying to be funneled into your fat cells in new places. It's lymphatic accumulation of waste being funneled into your fat cells, and that's how you put on weight from Boost and Ensure, because you're taking 3 Boosts and 3 Ensures at a time, and you are hyperdosing protein and sugar and chemicals in one sitting, and synthetic vitamins, because they fortify all that stuff with the B12 and the D and the C and the K. It's all synthetic vitamins. All of these things, synthetic vitamins, excess sugars, excess protein, get spit into the lymphatic system and accumulate and end up being stored in your fat cells. Muscle milk ain't it. Ensure ain't it. And Boost ain't it. I didn't anticipate this to be a good topic today. I didn't anticipate this. I really didn't. This is good. This is really good. Okay, y'all. Whew. Let's see what else we got here. When you start to detox, the purpose of detox is 2 things: to clear out your gut and to clear out your lymph. 2 things, okay? I'd say those are primary purposes, and then we have to remineralize the body. Those 3. Sorry, TikTok, can you still hear me? I got low battery on that phone. Let me know if we're still good here. Clean out the gut. Your teeth look so white, heart. Yeah, my friends. Sorry, I might have some mango in between the 2. The stringy part of the mango. Do you have a detox recommendation or program? I absolutely have a program. DM me the word detox if you want and need a detox program that does not deplete you. Okay? That's the key here. Y'all need to know if you're going through programs with people that deplete you, because I've done a couple out there right now from other people where they have detoxed me into depletion, and I had to learn the hard way. My friends. DM me the word detox if you need or want a detox program. DM me the word detox and we will get it. I just signed up for your detox program. I'm waiting for it to hit my inbox. Oh, how did you sign up, my friend? I'm intrigued. How did you sign up? How did you sign up? There's a lot of things out there by me. There's Foundations of Detox. That's a 7-day little mini course for you guys. That just gives you the foundations. And then we have full-on detox programs where you work one-on-one with me. They're very different things. So if you start with the foundations, you get the 7 days of detox. Beautiful. There's everything you need to get started. And then when you're ready to take a next level, that's why you DM me the word detox. And then we take you through the full process, because purpose of detox is cleaning the gut, cleaning the lymph, remineralize the body. They're your three. They're your three keys. Clean the gut, clean the lymph, remineralize your body. I already went through why people lose weight on detox, because you're naturally breaking down an acidic environment, right? However, when you actually clean out your gut and you clean out your lymph and you remineralize your body, you're actually going to be absorbing what you're taking in. And what you're taking in at this point is going to be nourishing, high mineral, astringent, alkaline plant foods. You're going to be absorbing all that goodness, and your body will start to plump up in a clean environment because you're actually absorbing. And when the lymphatic system is cleaned out, there's actual proper delivery. There's proper delivery of vitamins and nutrients and chlorophyll to the places in your body that require it: glands, organs, tissues. You're not having lymphatic waste and mucus coating every single area of your body so it suffocates each particular system, gland, organ, or tissue, and it's not interrupting delivery of nutrients and chlorophyll and oxygen and all the things. That's what an accumulated lymphatic system does. It's so backed up that it starts to create layers on layers of mucus on top of your cells, and it prevents delivery of essential components. That's what's happening. So when you clean out the lymph, you ensure proper delivery. When you clean out the gut, you ensure proper absorption. When you remineralize the body, you turn the function on again of all your glands. Your glands and your nervous system require minerals to function. Your glands produce hormones. All of your glands require minerals to thrive. Your nervous system requires minerals to thrive. All of your tissues require minerals to thrive. That's how it's all connected. All right, y'all, let me see some comments. How long is it safe to be detoxing for? That question is individual to every body. I take people around a 4-month process. I take people at a 4-month process because that gives us enough time to transition you into it, to make it sustainable, to go through 3 months of deep level healing, and then to come out of it and break your detox the right way. 4 months is usually where people mentally tap out at, okay? In theory, you can go longer if your body is not depleted. So my program does not deplete people. I could not have gone any longer than 3 months on other detox programs that I've tried because I was so depleted. My teeth were super sensitive and started to develop cavities. My fingernails started breaking. I completely lost my period. And this is how you know you have signs of depletion. You learn the hard way. And there's two things. There's two things in my situation that make it so relevant for me to stop pushing this fruit cleansing cult, right? Y'all have heard the fruit cleansing cult. I am a body that's naturally thin, okay? I see other people who are naturally thin, when they go on to detox, they deplete so quickly because we don't have a buffer, okay? Versus people who have more weight on them, when they detox, they can get away with very depleting detoxes because they have a lot to work with and they have a lot to let go of, right? So your body doesn't start to deplete and pull from its own tissues for a while. when you have excess on you. But when you start smaller, maybe with a little bit of excess, when you start smaller and you detox into depletion, you notice symptoms like that. Like that. Because we do not have a lot to work with, right? I see way too many people coming to me depleted. And I went to my mentor depleted. After mistaking and following people and doing fruit cult and doing 100% juicing and doing all these things. That's not a balanced approach to healing the body. Someone says fruit fast is good. Fruit fast is good. Fruit fast is really good when done properly, when the body's prepared for it, and when the body is not depleted first, right? Fruit fast is good. I will reiterate that. When done correctly, when introduced after the body has been remineralized to some degree, when introduced strategically, and when done for short amounts of time first to see how your body reacts to 100% fruit before you're diving into 3-4 months on fruit like that. Fruit fast is also not good when you are in the United States buying your fruit from mainstream grocery stores. Fruit fast is not good because our fruit is incredibly depleted already. Unless you're getting it straight from the islands of the Caribbean or Hawaii, your fruit does not have minerals in it. Not a lot of them. Your fruit is picked before it is ripe, meaning it is acidic. When your fruit is picked before it's ripe, it is much more acidic, okay? You do not have fully developed mineral content in pre-picked fruit. So you cannot fruit fast for an extended period of time on fruit that you're buying from grocery stores. You can't. You will deplete yourself unless you're doing it strategically, small bursts first. You understand what other mineral components have to be reintroduced. You understand how to transition your body into it. There's a lot to this, guys, especially because there's a lot to this, and the reason why there's a lot to this is all surrounding the concept of depletion, okay? It's surrounding the concept of depletion and making sure you're eliminating properly. Those are the two things. People move too fast, and they're not eliminating properly, and people go too extreme to where they cut every single thing existing out of their diet, and they don't even know how to get minerals in because they think all they're going to do is fruit fast. No. Depletion and elimination are the two things that need to be front and center in your brain when you are detoxing before you detox. You need to understand depletion and you need to understand elimination before you're detoxing. If you're doing this on your own, you got it. You got it. If you're trying to do this on your own, go get all my free resources existing. Link in my bio. Run it up. Run it up. Okay? Link in my bio has a free guide, has 7-day foundations, has a free community. Run it up. Okay? Run it up with the free resources if you're trying to do this on your own. But if you do not understand the foundations of detox on yourself, or you've tried detox before and it's been the wrong way and you've been depleted, that's why we have help for you. That's why there's actual help. You know, that's why there's help specific to your body. That's why there's protocols specific to your body and specific to your situation. Because if you want the level of care and the level of healing that you're requesting, that's what it requires. We can't cut and paste. We can't cut and paste for every body. We can to some degree on the foundational things and the gentle things, totally. But at deepest levels of healing, you can't cut and paste. So stop saying unhealthy to stay thick. Stop saying unhealthy to stay thick. I love that quote. I'm going to have to thread that quote. Do y'all have threads yet? Threads is my Threads is my real personality out there. The way that I talk, because I can't post my little one-off thoughts on Instagram in any way. It's just too informal, you know? So, Threads, that's the new quote. Stop staying unhealthy to stay thick. You guys, I really, really want to emphasize that on the thread. Yep, on Threads. Stop staying unhealthy to stay thick. Perfect. I'm going to pin that. Love that. Sorry if you guys just heard my laptop. I'm kind of turning it on behind you just to make sure I can approve everyone in. Oh, I messed up. I can't see anything anymore. All right. I'm encouraging y'all to detox your bodies. I'm really, really encouraging you because, yo, when you are fit and you can build your body up in a clean environment, when you detox again, you don't lose the gains. You don't lose the gains. Can you think about that? When you get over the hump, I've had consultations with a couple people. And they have chosen not to go through with detoxing because they were actively working out and they did not want to lose their gains. Now, there's two things to that statement. It's not an issue of, oh, you can't work out on detox, because you can. Okay, you can. I don't know where it came from that you don't want to build lactic acid in the body during detox. I don't know where that came from. However, movement is one of the number one ways that you foster resilience and you move your lymphatic system and you sweat and you help your skin and you help your kidneys and you help your lymph. Like, movement and sweating is the number one way to do that. Okay? So I will say, during actual detoxing, when you're fasting and you're going through these spurts of like times where you're not eating a huge volume of food for fasting, for example, you don't work out during those spurts. Duh, right? Because you're not eating a lot. You don't lift heavy when you're on those spurts. But during an actual detox process, I'm not going to tell you to like lift to gain, but lift to maintain. You can lift to maintain. You'll stay pretty fit, you know? Thank you for clarifying. A lot of info out there says you cannot work out during a detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. How does that connect? How can we make sense of that? Let me try to make sense of that comment live for people. Thank you for clarifying. A lot of info out there says you cannot work out during a detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. Y'all, listen to that statement. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat. Nurse SARS. Oh, you're a nurse. Welcome to the party, love. Okay, that statement. You cannot work out on detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. Do you guys hear that? You cannot work out on detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. Working out and movement is one of the best ways to open your elimination pathways. The colon and the skin. And the lungs, because you're breathing so deeply during an exercise. Can you guys think about that right now? Someone heard the comment. You cannot work out on detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. People who are regularly exercising and regularly fit, rarely constipated. I do not know a single person who works out and is constipated. The only constipated people I know are very sedentary. Working out and exercising improves elimination via the lymph, through your skin, through your sweat, which takes pressure off the kidneys, another elimination pathway. Your 4 pathways are the kidneys, the colon, the skin, and the lungs. These are your 4 elimination pathways. Those are the 4 ways that actual waste leaves the body, right? When waste leaves the body through the colon, the kidneys, the skin, or the lungs, you have an actual substance leaving the body. You have bowels, your poop, you have urine from the kidneys, you have sweat via the skin, and you have breath via the lungs, okay? You have actual substance. Secondarily, the lymphatic system and the liver support elimination. Secondarily, because we have things that are taken into the body, get processed by the liver spits things where they have to go. If there's any excess waste, they'll spit it into the lymph, and then the lymph will dump out the skin, dump out the kidneys, and then dump out the colon. Those 3 places, okay? So when I see that comment, you should not work out on detox because your elimination pathways aren't open. Does that mean you should never work out? What happened to before detox? Your elimination pathways weren't open before detox at all. While on detox, at least you have a little bit of help because your diet's not garbage. What about before detox, when your elimination pathways were not even in the realm of being open? Am I making sense to y'all? Am I making sense breaking down that comment to y'all? How that absolutely makes no sense when you really think about it? When you actually think about what it is and what's happening in the body and the purpose of movement? I don't know a single person who works out and is constipated. And I'm telling you, the way to work out, you don't work out to gain on detox. You work out to maintain on detox. You don't work out during fasting weeks when you're not consuming a high volume of food. The only balance you need to play around with is the volume of food you're consuming for how much you're exercising. That's it. Because exercise is incredibly beneficial. I did a whole other live a couple weeks ago talking all about how I'm seeing people over and over come to me and they're like, well, I kind of feel like I need to detox, but I don't feel that awful. It's people who work out. People who work out don't feel that awful because exercise makes your body so resilient. Exercise almost compensates for a shitty diet. However, you will have underlying issues. That salty is fire. Does anyone know how I can save a live on TikTok? Is that a thing? Can anyone let me know? Does a live save to your TikTok page the same way it saves to an Instagram page? Can y'all let me know? You can't. Okay, so what happens to the live on TikTok? It's just like you go live and that's it? Is it saved anywhere? Just waiting for some answers. It goes bye-bye. Okay. That's awful. But at least now I have 2, it's saved on Instagram, right? It's saved on Instagram. All right, guys, let me tell you. Sorry, I'm unpinning a comment. Okay. So I'm going to be trying out a new format of live. That's okay. It's saved on Instagram. There's no way I will never go live on TikTok without going live on Instagram at the same time. Now that there's 2 phones in front of me. I will never go live on just TikTok because it doesn't save. So it will always be on Instagram. If y'all follow me on TikTok but don't follow me on Instagram, I recommend heading over to Instagram and following me on Instagram at DetoxTori, same @ name, and Threads at DetoxTori, and YouTube at DetoxTori, and Twitter at DetoxTori. The only one I don't have is Facebook because I messed up Facebook. I messed it up. I created a Facebook page that was DetoxTori, and then I deleted the Facebook page because I didn't think I wanted to use Facebook at all, and now the username is gone forever. Gone forever. I don't have DetoxTori on Facebook. It's such a shame. But anyways, y'all, I'm trying out a new format. So we're going to have the opportunity to go live together on video, and you can get questions answered, okay? Let me explain to you how this format is going to be working. If you are comfortable with your face on camera, and if you have questions that you want answered that you are okay with being recorded and used for content, posted, if you want to be featured on the DetoxTori page, okay? If you're comfortable with that, I am happy to coach you for free, okay? Happy to coach you for free. The way that that's going to work is I will be, whenever I go live on Instagram, we're going to have one phone next to me live on Instagram. And I'm going to have posted on my story a Zoom link, okay? You guys will be seeing me face to face in a Zoom room. That Zoom room will be recorded, okay? Your face will not be put necessarily on Instagram in real time, but it will be used in a video on YouTube afterwards, okay? So if you're comfortable with having questions answered, they don't have to be about your body. You can ask my opinion on things, you can ask whatever, but if you want coaching from me, you are able to ask one question at a time and then keep moving to the next person. So that's how that's going to happen. If you are interested in being part of my beta test group, okay, first test group of that new format, please put your email into my DMs right now. Just put it right in there, because I need your email, and I'm sending out invitations via email specifically to let you guys know when that's happening, because I'm not going to just post it on my story and have hundreds and hundreds of people joining a Zoom room. It's for like y'all who are here, who are intentionally like, okay, I'm okay with being recorded. I want my questions answered. I want her opinion on like my situation. If you're okay with that, then drop your email into my DMs, and I will be emailing you the Zoom invite link. This is going to be happening Monday. Ooh, maybe not Monday. Sometime this week at nighttime, okay? Around this time. Not Tuesday, maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Sometime this week, okay? So that's a new format that's going to be happening. And all you got to do is be, willing to show up. Make sure, you look the way you want to look, okay? And I am excited to meet you. Absolutely excited to meet you. So excited to meet you. And I love that you're able to people are able to learn from other people's experience, and people are able to learn from how I respond to other people, So if that interests you, DM me your email. I'll repeat that one more time. You'll be getting an invitation via email to my specific Zoom room. So you'll have access to this first round, because I'm not about to post it on my story this first round. You guys are going to have to help me through tech glitches. You're going to have to help me test out how the Zoom is looking, how the Instagram Live is looking. Like, you guys are really the OGs with this and how this format is working. So yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. I don't want to be talking to blips on a screen anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I need some fulfilling interaction, y'all. I really need some fulfilling interaction. So that's coming this week. I'm waiting for a microphone to be delivered by the end of the day today. But I have all the other gear that I require for that. Yeah, guys, we're about to up-level the game. Up-level the game here. Does anyone have any questions? Let me open my second soul tea for the day. Back to back. Get that spirulina in you. Absolutely. Spirulina, incredible multivitamin from nature. Oh, also, let me tell you guys, while people are asking questions, feel free to drop questions in the chat or drop questions in the question box. Feel free to do either of those things. But in the meantime, I'm hiring. I didn't say that on live yet. I'm hiring, okay? I'm hiring practitioners, preferably, but coaches is okay too. If you have experience in detox and raw vegan living, herbs, yeah, if you have experience and you want to work with me, I need help. I'm hiring. I need some help. So hit me up in the DMs. Also, so many things to hit me up in the DMs about. Drop your email if you want an invitation to the private Zoom room beta testing new live coaching format. And then if you're interested in working with me and you're a practitioner, or you have extensive experience as a coach in helping people heal the body off of detox, right? then DM me the word apply. You can see more information on my stories. I did a story about it, and then you'll see DM me the word apply if you want to work with me on my fabulous, fabulous team. The team that is literally kind of just me right now. But there's a couple others you'll meet. If y'all haven't met Dan already, he takes all your calls and then passes them on to me. When you're ready for detox, he just passes you right along to me. So if you've met Dan already, then he's part of my team too. All right, guys, I'm on 10% battery left on one phone that's live on TikTok. Not this phone, but the phone that's live on TikTok, 10% battery left. So I'll answer this question. What causes psoriasis? Good question. So anything that comes out the skin is rooted in lymphatic waste, okay? Lymphatic accumulation of waste. The lymphatic system lives right underneath the skin. It's everywhere, okay? So even like acne, eczema, hives, all these things are rooted in a similar root cause of lymphatic accumulation of waste. Now, we can start to get even more nitty gritty. Sometimes you'll see lab testing, right? Lab testing can be like, oh, you have mold. Oh, you have parasite. Oh, you have bacterial imbalance. Oh, you have this and this and this and this. All of that gets super, super specific, right? However, all of those things live in the lymph when they're imbalanced, okay? All of those things live in the lymph when they're imbalanced, because what happens is any accumulation of things either is overburdening the liver and gets spit into the lymph, synthetic vitamins, excess protein, excess sugar, excess oils and fat, all that spit into the lymph and starts to accumulate in the lymph. And then we have anything in the gut lining, right? Parasites, bacteria, fungus, all these things in the gut lining, all those are rooted in the gut. Any sort of imbalance across those are rooted in the gut. Our gut lining is so broken down, okay, that leaky gut is the word. Parasites, fungus, and bacteria are able to leach through the gut lining and enter that lymphatic system as well. So no matter what, it is accumulation of lymphatic waste coming out the skin because we're not eliminating in other places, like the colon or the kidneys. Okay? Thank you for the information on everything. You are so welcome, and I appreciate the thank you. Yes, when people say they're healthy because they work out but still eat unhealthy foods, that's going to catch up regardless. It is going to catch up regardless. Absolutely. How do you fix your stomach acid without using supplements? Great question that I also learned the hard way. Greens is your answer. Leafy greens. 1 pound of leafy greens. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was not scrolling down further on Instagram. I see your questions now. OMG, I have questions on my body. Okay, great. Well, join the live. Sent your emails to my DM. What days are you live and what time? I'm trying to figure out a regular schedule with this new format, because if we can have a regular schedule with this new format, it's going to be a good time. Fixing your stomach acid without supplements. Leafy greens. Leafy greens. Do you believe in castor oil packs on the liver to aid detox? Yes. What herbs do you use for neuropathy? It's more like we have to clear out your lymph and get minerals back into your body, especially after chemo. Do you have specialty with chronic illnesses and the lymphatic system? Yes. And viruses in the lymph. Yes, you're so right too. Thank you, Urban Pharmacy. Absolutely. Can you name some leafy greens with B12? Wheatgrass. 1 pound of greens. Wow, can I juice them? You can juice them, but smoothie them. Smoothie them, smoothie them, smoothie them. Blend them in soups. Absolutely. Okay, I made it to the bottom. Those were great questions that I just spit off really quick. Thanks, guys, for that. And thank you for everyone who's willing to help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you are willing to help in the form of joining my first round of that new format, or if you actually want to work with me as a practitioner, either way, thank you. Thank you for considering. I appreciate you so much. This drink is called Soul Tea. S-O-L-T-I, Soul Tea. It's a cute name. Does it matter if greens are fresh or dry? Dried greens. What do you mean by dried greens? Like kale strips? Yeah, it matters. Yeah, it matters, I'll say. 1 pound of what? 1 pound of greens per day. It is a lot, but I'm telling you guys the facts, right? And then if you need help working up to these things, if you need help actually figuring out how to implement them in your diet, that's when you get help from me. I tell you guys the answers to everything. The answers to everything. But if you need help actually applying it or doing it, that's when we're here to help you, right? Is bottled water okay to drink? Bottled spring water, not bad. I wouldn't have purified water or filtered water from a bottle. Healthy Detox Girl. I like that @ name. Welcome. All right, y'all. This was good. This was great. Good live today. Oh, have another question in here? Let me see. How do you know when you have a healthy gut? Also, does it take a long time to heal it? Okay. How do you know when you have a healthy gut? You know you have a healthy gut when your bowels are regulated at least. Gosh, the greens topic is so confusing. Tony Wheel told me no greens while I'm healing GERD, lupus, angioedema, and so much more. Okay. How's it going for you? Actually, I'm gonna remove that question and we're gonna focus on this one. Because it can be so much simpler. Gosh, the greens topic is so confusing. Tony Wheel, I don't even know who that is, told me no greens while I'm healing GERD, lupus, angioedema, and so much more. How do you feel? How do you feel with what you're eating? How do you feel with what you're eating is the first thing that I would ask someone. The next thing I would ask you, do you feel depleted? The next thing I would ask you, how is your skin feeling and looking? The next thing I would ask you, how are your bowel movements? Are you regularly going to the bathroom? People who do not usually have leafy greens in their diet do not go to the bathroom regularly. I'm absolutely exhausted because 3 weeks of fruit. Oh no, we have another fruit person. Oh no. Oh no. I would love for you to come live with me on this first day, my friend. I would love for you. We are all a little fruity. I would love for you. I don't want anything sweet. I have the runs. Yep. Irregular bowel movements. Exactly what I was saying. Irregular bowel movements when people don't have greens. That's exactly what I just said before you even told me, right? Ariel is laughing at me over on TikTok. I'm sorry if my reactions are a little dramatic. I'm so sorry about that. But I want to help you guys. I really want to help you guys because I've learned the hard way from the extreme imbalances. Now listen to me. Listen. I am actively trying to get the most toxic man-made substance out of my body. And I am successfully doing it, slow and steady, successfully doing it 100% naturally with a balanced detoxification lifestyle. If I can fight Western med, chemo, stuck in my liver and my lymph, we can heal chronic conditions with balanced approaches to detoxification. And my kidneys are testing too high in protein. Yeah. Yep. Now those types of things, those tests and stuff, I don't really worry about them things that happen on detox when you detox the right way are not usually long-term things, okay? So I've had a couple people, they experience they've come to me leaking excess protein, and they've done the 100% fruit thing, and they've come to me after that leaking excess protein, and now we have to approach it in a more balanced way, right? Things that are happening on detox, new things that pop up on detox, when you are detoxing the right way, don't concern me as much as when you're detoxing the wrong way and stuff like that starts to happen. Okay? There's a difference there. I have to know everything that you're putting in your body to tell you if it's the right way or the wrong way, to see if you're depleted or not depleted, and to see if it's a concerning symptom or not. You see that? So I would love for you, my friend, to DM me or email so I can have you live on our new format that we're trying. We're all a little fruity. I want you in my DMs after this. I want you in my DMs. Okay. I was going to address the question about healthy gut. Bowel movements are regulated. You don't have a white coating on your tongue. No athlete's foot. No yeast infections. No excess cravings for sugar. No bloating and gas. Well, sometimes you might, but like not regularly, right? Yeah. She's demanding. I am demanding. We are all a little fruity. I am slightly demanding you to join and put your email in my DMs, please. Slightly demanding, because this is a great topic to address. It is an amazing topic to address. Thank you for bringing it up, please. Also, Ariel, if you feel like, or Ariel, correct me when we go live. If you feel like DMing me your email on Instagram, I would definitely see it much sooner than TikTok. Should I avoid sauerkraut if I have candida? Ooh, fermented foods topic. Oh, guys, that's a whole nother can of worms. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Should I avoid sauerkraut if I have candida? No, because you're probably not eating a crazy amount of sauerkraut. But you need to make sure it's not sauerkraut from the store that's just soaked in vinegar and has added stuff to it. You know what I'm saying? High quality, local, fermented sauerkraut is very different from mainstream sauerkrauts. Now, I anticipate you are not going to be adding heaps and heaps of sauerkraut to every single meal. It's these things that exist in balance. Maybe you have a little bit of sauerkraut as a topping on one meal a day for a week, and then you don't feel like eating it anymore. So you stop, and then you get a craving again, and you feel like, hey, maybe like I want some sauerkraut again. Like, follow it intuitively until you decide to detox. And then with detoxification, I've learned a lot from Ann Wigmore's stuff. A lot, because her approach is super high greens and high fermented foods, and there's a time and place for those things, but there's a time and place for rebuilding the gut on fermented foods after it's already cleaned out. I've seen this in my own body. When I went to Ann Wigmore to get my gut rebuilt using 100% fermented foods, I already did my own detox before I went there as a prep. So I cleaned out and then I rebuilt with fermented for an acute period of time, a short period of time while I was there, versus people who don't even know detox, right? The people that they have at that institute and just like go in and throw them on 100% fermented. The detox symptoms are insane. Insane. And I saw it every day. People would come to me and be like, Tori, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? I met clients while I was there. The detox symptoms are crazy when you just throw people into trying to rebalance their gut when it's not clean. That's the purpose of fermented, is rebalance, reintroduce bacteria. That was a great question. That was a really good question.